The silence surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle no longer feels like temporary royal distance, because according to growing speculation from palace insiders and royal commentators, Buckingham Palace may now be preparing for something far more permanent behind closed doors. What began as an emotional departure from the royal family has slowly transformed into a cold institutional confrontation involving Prince William, King Charles III, Meghan Markle, and the future of the monarchy itself, and many royal observers now believe the latest controversy may have crossed a line that the palace can no longer quietly ignore. But what really shocked royal insiders was not simply the controversy itself, it was the timing, the strategy, and the growing belief that Prince William, the future king, may already be preparing a long-term response that could redefine Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's position forever. The latest tension reportedly exploded after Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, shared an image online that immediately triggered backlash across royal circles and constitutional commentators alike. The image itself appeared harmless at first glance, because the post featured an official diplomatic letter connected to Ukraine, yet what instantly captured attention inside Buckingham Palace was the visible use of the "Your Royal Highness" styling attached to Meghan Markle's public presentation. For casual viewers scrolling social media, the detail may have seemed insignificant, but for palace insiders who still remember the strict terms negotiated during the Sandringham exit agreement in 2020, the symbolism carried enormous weight. Reports suggest Prince William viewed the situation very differently from previous royal controversies, because this was no longer simply about interviews, documentaries, or emotional grievances. According to royal analysts, Prince William allegedly interpreted the situation as a direct challenge to boundaries created by Queen Elizabeth II herself. And this is where the situation becomes even more complicated, because many royal watchers now believe Prince William has stopped viewing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as emotional family complications and started viewing the Sussex operation as an institutional threat to the monarchy's long-term authority. What makes this royal drama even more explosive is the growing perception that Meghan Markle's commercial projects continue relying heavily on royal identity, royal prestige, and royal symbolism at the exact same moment Buckingham Palace appears determined to create distance from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle publicly. Multiple royal commentators have argued that the real battle is no longer personal at all. Instead, the conflict may now revolve around control over the value of the royal brand itself. Prince William, the Prince of Wales, reportedly believes the monarchy cannot survive future decades if royal titles become commercial tools disconnected from royal duty. Meanwhile, supporters of Meghan Markle continue arguing that the Duchess of Sussex has every right to build an independent global platform after stepping away from official royal life. But viewers should ask an important question here. If Prince Harry and Meghan Markle truly wanted complete separation from royal life, then why do royal titles, royal symbolism, and royal identity continue appearing at the center of so many global business conversations surrounding the Sussex brand? At the same time, King Charles III appears to be navigating a dangerously delicate balancing act between family loyalty and institutional responsibility. Unlike Prince William, the future king, King Charles III has largely avoided direct public escalation. Yet royal insiders claim Buckingham Palace has quietly shifted strategy behind the scenes. Instead of emotional public confrontation, the monarchy now appears focused on silence, distance, and long-term containment. That strategy may explain why Prince William has reportedly become increasingly central to discussions surrounding the monarchy's future direction. Because while King Charles III still carries the burden of maintaining family unity publicly, Prince William reportedly views the situation through an entirely different lens focused on succession, constitutional stability, and the future image of the crown. And according to several palace observers, that difference in perspective may become one of the defining royal tensions of this era. Meanwhile, another development has intensified speculation even further. Prince Harry has recently appeared increasingly separate from Meghan Markle during major public movements, charitable initiatives, and international appearances, leading some commentators to question whether the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are quietly moving toward different long-term priorities. Some believe Prince Harry may be attempting to reconnect with the humanitarian image that once made Prince Harry one of the most popular members of the royal family before the California transition changed everything. Others believe Meghan Markle remains fully committed to building an independent American media empire regardless of palace pressure from Buckingham Palace or Prince William. But what happened next reportedly raised even larger questions inside royal circles, because some insiders now claim the monarchy's response may already be shifting from emotional disappointment toward irreversible constitutional strategy. And if that speculation turns out to be true, then the next phase of this conflict may become far more serious than anything viewers have seen so far. Because according to growing reports, Prince William, the future king, may no longer be focused on repairing relationships at all. Instead, palace insiders suggest Prince William may already be thinking several years ahead toward the exact moment the crown eventually passes to the next generation. If that moment arrives while tensions remain unresolved, the future of Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, royal titles, and even the Sussex legacy itself could look dramatically different from today. So before the next chapter of this royal story unfolds, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay close to every development, because the deeper this palace conflict becomes, the more it feels like Buckingham Palace may already be preparing for an outcome the public still cannot fully see. As pressure surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continues building behind palace walls, another uncomfortable reality has started emerging inside Buckingham Palace, because according to several royal commentators, the monarchy may no longer believe this conflict can ever truly be repaired. What once appeared to be a temporary family breakdown after the Sussex departure from royal life is now increasingly being discussed as a long-term institutional separation involving Prince William, King Charles III, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the future survival strategy of the monarchy itself. But what has reportedly alarmed palace insiders most is not simply the ongoing public controversy surrounding Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. The deeper concern is the growing belief that every new commercial move connected to the Sussex brand continues pulling the royal family back into global headlines at the exact moment Prince William is attempting to modernize and stabilize the crown for the next generation. Behind the scenes, reports suggest Prince William has become increasingly frustrated by what royal insiders describe as a cycle that never truly ends. Every major royal appearance involving Catherine, Princess of Wales, King Charles III, or Buckingham Palace now risks being overshadowed by another wave of Sussex-related tension, speculation, interviews, documentaries, or online controversies. For Prince William, the future king, this is reportedly no longer about sibling emotions or old family arguments. Royal analysts claim Prince William increasingly views the situation as a battle over institutional control, public trust, and the monarchy's ability to define its own future without constant disruption from California. And according to several palace observers, Prince William's frustration may have intensified dramatically after recent speculation suggested Meghan Markle's commercial projects continue leaning heavily on royal identity even after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped away from official royal duties years ago. At the center of this growing royal drama is a question that Buckingham Palace reportedly cannot ignore anymore. Can Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continue operating as globally recognized royal figures while simultaneously criticizing the institution that created that status in the first place? That contradiction has become one of the defining tensions inside modern royal history. Because while Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, continues presenting herself as an independent media and lifestyle figure in the United States, public fascination surrounding Meghan Markle still overwhelmingly revolves around the royal family, Prince Harry, Buckingham Palace, and the House of Windsor. Royal commentators argue that this creates a dangerous cycle for the monarchy itself, because every commercial success connected to the Sussex brand may also reinforce public association with royal titles, royal prestige, and royal symbolism that Prince William reportedly believes should remain tied directly to public duty and constitutional responsibility. At the same time, Catherine, Princess of Wales, has quietly become one of the monarchy's most important stabilizing forces throughout this ongoing crisis. While Meghan Markle and Prince Harry continue dominating international headlines through controversy and speculation, Kate Middleton has increasingly represented continuity, discipline, and institutional calm inside the royal family. Royal insiders often describe Catherine, Princess of Wales, as the figure most trusted by both Buckingham Palace and the British public during periods of instability. And that growing contrast between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton has only intensified public fascination surrounding the royal divide. Supporters of Meghan Markle continue arguing that the Duchess of Sussex was unfairly targeted by royal structures that resisted change, while supporters of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, believe the monarchy survived precisely because senior royals accepted discipline, hierarchy, and restraint over personal branding. But viewers should ask themselves something important here. Is this still a family disagreement, or has this slowly become a conflict between two completely incompatible visions of modern royalty? Meanwhile, Prince Harry's position inside this evolving situation appears increasingly complicated. Royal analysts have noticed that Prince Harry has recently spent more time focusing on solo humanitarian appearances, military causes, and international charity work without Meghan Markle appearing alongside Prince Harry as frequently as before. That shift has triggered enormous speculation across royal media circles. Some believe Prince Harry may be attempting to quietly reconnect with the public image Prince Harry once held before the California transition transformed global perceptions surrounding the Duke of Sussex. Others believe Prince Harry simply recognizes that public frustration surrounding royal drama has started damaging the Sussex brand commercially. But according to several royal commentators, the most fascinating possibility is that Prince Harry himself may now feel trapped between two worlds that no longer peacefully coexist. Because Prince Harry cannot fully return to royal life after years of public conflict with Buckingham Palace, yet Prince Harry also cannot completely escape the emotional gravity of the institution, the history, and the family identity that shaped Prince Harry since birth. And while these tensions continue unfolding publicly, Buckingham Palace reportedly remains committed to an entirely different strategy than the aggressive media warfare many expected years ago. Instead of constant rebuttals, emotional interviews, or direct confrontation, King Charles III and Prince William appear focused on silence, patience, and institutional endurance. That silence itself may actually be one of the monarchy's strongest weapons. Because every time Meghan Markle or Prince Harry generate another cycle of controversy, Buckingham Palace simply continues operating normally through ceremonies, diplomatic appearances, charitable events, and constitutional duties. Royal insiders claim Prince William understands something deeply important about modern media culture. Public attention constantly shifts, but institutions survive by appearing permanent while controversies eventually exhaust themselves. And according to growing speculation, Prince William may now believe the Sussex strategy is beginning to weaken under the pressure of overexposure, commercial fatigue, and growing public skepticism. Yet even with all of that tension building beneath the surface, many royal observers still believe the most dramatic phase of this story has not happened yet. Because if Prince William eventually ascends to the throne while relations with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle remain frozen, the monarchy could enter an entirely new chapter unlike anything seen during King Charles III's reign. The future king may face enormous decisions involving royal titles, constitutional boundaries, public association with the crown, and the long-term role of Prince Harry inside the royal family itself. And that possibility is exactly why this story continues gripping audiences across the world. So before the next royal development changes everything again, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay connected, because what is happening behind the walls of Buckingham Palace may ultimately redefine the future of Prince William, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and the monarchy for decades to come. The deeper Prince William looks into the long-term consequences of the Sussex conflict, the more it reportedly becomes clear inside Buckingham Palace that this royal divide is no longer damaging only family relationships, because according to palace commentators, the crisis may now be threatening the monarchy's control over its own global identity. For years, the royal family survived scandals through silence, patience, and carefully controlled public appearances. Yet the situation involving Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has evolved into something completely different. Something faster, globalized, digital, commercialized, and emotionally unpredictable. And according to growing speculation surrounding Prince William, the future king may now believe the monarchy is facing a dangerous modern challenge that Queen Elizabeth II never fully encountered during her reign: the rise of royal celebrity culture operating outside royal authority itself. What makes this conflict especially complicated is the uncomfortable reality that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle remain internationally valuable precisely because of their royal connection, even while publicly distancing themselves from Buckingham Palace. Royal analysts continue pointing toward one major contradiction driving the entire Sussex narrative. The global fascination surrounding Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, does not come primarily from Hollywood celebrity culture alone, and Prince Harry's influence does not come solely from charitable activism or military service. The power of the Sussex brand still revolves around the royal family, royal titles, palace access, royal secrets, and emotional proximity to the future king, Prince William. That reality reportedly frustrates senior palace figures deeply, because Buckingham Palace allegedly fears the monarchy is slowly losing control over how royal identity itself is being monetized, interpreted, and reshaped before global audiences. And according to several royal commentators, Prince William has started approaching this problem with a level of seriousness far beyond ordinary family tension. Reports suggest Prince William increasingly views the monarchy not simply as a family inheritance but as a constitutional institution requiring discipline, hierarchy, and carefully protected boundaries. That perspective reportedly explains why Prince William's approach toward Prince Harry has become colder and more strategic over time. Palace insiders claim Prince William no longer reacts emotionally to every new Sussex controversy because Prince William understands something crucial about modern media battles. Emotional responses only feed public spectacle. Silence, meanwhile, slowly drains momentum away from controversy over time. But what many viewers may not realize is that Prince William's silence does not necessarily mean inactivity behind closed doors. In fact, Some royal analysts believe the future king may already be quietly preparing structural changes designed to permanently redefine how non-working royals interact with the monarchy in the future. At the same time, Meghan Markle's position inside public culture appears increasingly complicated compared to the early years following the Sussex departure from royal life. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle first relocated to California, global audiences largely viewed the couple through the lens of rebellion, freedom, and independence from palace tradition. Massive media deals, streaming partnerships, interviews, podcasts, documentaries, and publishing contracts created the image of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle building a powerful alternative. Empire outside Buckingham Palace. But several years later, royal commentators argue the atmosphere surrounding Meghan Markle has changed dramatically. Public fascination remains enormous, yet skepticism has also intensified. Critics increasingly question whether Meghan Markle and Prince Harry can continue building a long-term media identity centered around royal conflict without eventually exhausting audience sympathy altogether. And according to some entertainment insiders, that commercial pressure may explain why every royal controversy now appears increasingly high stakes for the Sussex brand. Meanwhile, Catherine, Princess of Wales, has continued strengthening her public position almost quietly throughout this entire period. While Meghan Markle dominates controversy-driven headlines internationally, Kate Middleton continues appearing closely associated with stability, duty, family continuity, and institutional calm. Royal insiders claim Buckingham Palace views Catherine, Princess of Wales, as absolutely central to Prince William's long-term monarchy strategy because Catherine represents the exact opposite energy of chaos and unpredictability. That contrast between Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle has gradually evolved into one of the defining public narratives surrounding the modern royal family. Some viewers sympathize deeply with Meghan Markle's struggles entering the institution, while others increasingly view Catherine, Princess of Wales, as proof that royal life demands restraint, patience, and long-term sacrifice. But what happens when those two competing images continue growing further apart year after year? According to royal commentators, that widening contrast may eventually shape how an entire generation remembers this period of royal history. Another detail raising eyebrows inside royal circles involves Prince Harry's increasingly independent public movements during recent months. Several royal analysts have noticed that Prince Harry appears more focused on humanitarian work, veterans organizations, and international charity initiatives connected to Prince Harry's earlier public identity before the California transition transformed the global narrative surrounding the Duke of Sussex. Some commentators believe Prince Harry may now feel emotionally divided between loyalty to Meghan Markle and lingering attachment toward royal purpose, military service, and institutional identity. Others believe Prince Harry understands public fatigue surrounding endless royal drama and may be attempting to gradually shift attention back toward substance rather than controversy. Yet even those interpretations raise another difficult question. If Prince Harry eventually seeks some form of quiet reconciliation with Buckingham Palace, would Prince William still trust Prince Harry after years of public damage to the monarchy's image? That question may ultimately become one of the most important unresolved tensions hanging over the future of the royal family. Because despite public speculation, emotional interviews, and media headlines, there has still been no visible pathway toward genuine reconciliation between Prince William and Prince Harry. In fact, several palace observers now believe the emotional distance between the two brothers may actually be growing wider as time passes rather than healing naturally. And if that distance continues into Prince William's eventual reign as king, the monarchy could enter a completely new constitutional and emotional era unlike anything seen under Queen Elizabeth II or King Charles III. So while the world continues watching Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Buckingham Palace dominate international headlines, another reality may already be unfolding quietly behind palace walls. Prince William, the future king, may no longer be trying to repair the past at all. Prince William may now be preparing for a future where, as Buckingham Palace continues maintaining its cold public silence, another far more dangerous shift may already be happening beneath the surface, because according to several royal insiders, the monarchy is no longer simply reacting to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's public behavior. Reports increasingly suggest Prince William, the future king, may now be preparing the royal family for an era where the Sussexes become institutionally irrelevant altogether. And for many long-time royal observers, that possibility marks the true turning point in this entire saga. Because once a monarchy stops trying to contain a crisis emotionally and starts planning structurally for life beyond it, the conflict enters a completely different phase entirely. What makes this moment especially significant is the growing belief that Prince William has fundamentally changed the way Prince William views Prince Harry himself. During the early years following the Sussex departure from royal life, many royal commentators believed Prince William still hoped emotional reconciliation might eventually happen behind closed doors. Despite the public tension, there remained a widespread assumption that Prince William still separated Prince Harry the brother from Prince Harry the public figure. But according to palace observers, that emotional distinction may now be disappearing rapidly. The constant documentaries, interviews, commercial partnerships, memoirs, and ongoing public criticism directed toward Buckingham Palace reportedly created a level of institutional distrust that cannot easily be reversed. And as Prince William moves closer toward becoming king someday, royal analysts claim the future monarch increasingly sees loyalty to the crown as inseparable from loyalty to the family institution itself. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle's role inside this evolving royal fracture continues generating intense debate both in Hollywood and within royal circles. Supporters of Meghan Markle continue arguing that the Duchess of Sussex was forced into an impossible position by outdated royal structures that resisted independence and modernization. Yet critics inside the United Kingdom increasingly claim Meghan Markle transformed royal status into a permanent commercial platform while simultaneously attacking the very institution responsible for that global relevance. And according to several royal commentators, that contradiction has become one of the monarchy's deepest frustrations privately. Because while Prince Harry and Meghan Markle repeatedly emphasize independence from royal control, nearly every major global headline connected to the Sussex brand still revolves around Buckingham Palace, royal titles, Prince William, King Charles III, or Catherine, Princess of Wales. In other words, the royal connection remains the engine driving worldwide attention surrounding Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, even years after leaving official royal duties behind. That reality may explain why Buckingham Palace reportedly stopped focusing on public rebuttals entirely. Instead of emotional confrontation, the monarchy appears increasingly committed to strategic distancing. Royal insiders claim Prince William understands something previous generations of royals rarely faced at this scale. In the digital era, public conflict itself becomes profitable content. Every reaction fuels another news cycle, another interview, another online debate, and another wave of global visibility. By refusing to engage publicly with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle constantly, Buckingham Palace may actually be attempting to weaken the commercial cycle surrounding royal controversy itself. And according to some palace observers, this strategy has already started producing results quietly. Several entertainment insiders now claim Hollywood executives are becoming increasingly cautious about investing enormous long-term capital into narratives centered primarily around royal grievance and institutional conflict. At the same time, King Charles III reportedly finds himself trapped between two impossible responsibilities. On one side stands the emotional reality of fatherhood, because Prince Harry remains King Charles III's son regardless of public tension or palace controversy. But on the other side stands the constitutional reality of protecting the monarchy itself during one of the most unstable public eras in modern royal history. That balancing act may explain why King Charles III often appears restrained publicly regarding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, even while Prince William reportedly adopts a firmer long-term position privately. Royal commentators increasingly believe King Charles III still hopes some level of peace might eventually emerge within the family, while Prince William may already believe permanent separation is now the only realistic path forward for the monarchy's future stability. And while all of this unfolds behind palace walls, Catherine, Princess of Wales, continues playing a remarkably important symbolic role inside public perception. During periods when royal headlines become dominated by controversy surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Kate Middleton consistently appears associated with continuity, calm leadership, and future monarchy stability. Royal analysts often argue that Catherine, Princess of Wales, has become one of the monarchy's strongest public assets precisely because Catherine avoids feeding emotional spectacle publicly. Instead, Kate Middleton represents controlled dignity during periods of chaos. That contrast has quietly strengthened Prince William and Catherine's position globally over time, especially among audiences seeking stability rather than conflict from the royal family. But what makes this even more fascinating is the possibility that Buckingham Palace may intentionally be reinforcing that contrast strategically as Prince William prepares for the next generation of monarchy leadership. Meanwhile, speculation surrounding Prince Harry's personal position continues intensifying with every passing month. Several royal observers believe Prince Harry increasingly appears caught between emotional loyalty to Meghan Markle and emotional exhaustion from years of non-stop institutional warfare. Prince Harry's solo humanitarian appearances, military-related projects, and independent charity work have only deepened questions about where Prince Harry truly sees his future long-term. Some believe Prince Harry still dreams privately about eventual reconciliation with Prince William and King Charles III, while others argue the damage between the brothers may now be too severe for genuine trust to ever fully return. And if Prince Harry eventually attempts to move closer toward the royal family again, another enormous question immediately emerges. Would Meghan Markle support that shift? Especially if reconciliation required distancing from the very media strategy that built the Sussex global identity after leaving Buckingham Palace? That unanswered question may become the emotional center of this entire royal story moving forward. Because beneath all the headlines, commercial deals, interviews, documentaries, and palace speculation lies something far more human and tragic. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Prince William, King Charles III, and Catherine, Princess of Wales are no longer simply navigating a temporary disagreement. According to growing royal speculation, the House of Windsor may now be witnessing the permanent fragmentation of two completely different visions of royalty itself. One vision centered around tradition, hierarchy, duty, and institutional survival. The other centered around personal freedom, global celebrity, and independent control over narrative and identity. And as these two worlds continue drifting further apart, many royal observers now believe the monarchy is quietly preparing for the possibility that the divide may never truly close again. So before the next major royal development reshapes this story yet again, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay connected, because what happens next between Prince William, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, King Charles III, and Buckingham Palace could define the future of the royal family for an entire generation. The deeper this royal fracture moves into 2026, the harder it becomes to imagine a future where Prince William, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and Buckingham Palace simply return to normal as if none of this ever happened. Because according to many royal commentators, the monarchy has now crossed an invisible line where emotional reconciliation may no longer be the institution's highest priority. Survival, stability, succession, and long-term control over the royal brand itself appear to be taking precedence over family healing. And that shift alone tells viewers just how serious this situation may have quietly become behind palace walls. For Prince William, the future king, the stakes now extend far beyond personal disappointment with Prince Harry or frustration toward Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Royal analysts increasingly believe Prince William views this conflict through the lens of historical preservation, constitutional responsibility, and future monarchy legitimacy. Every controversy involving Prince Harry and Meghan Markle potentially affects not only Buckingham Palace today, but also the public trust surrounding the next generation of royal leadership tomorrow. That reality may explain why Prince William reportedly appears calmer publicly while becoming more decisive privately. Because unlike earlier stages of this royal drama driven heavily by emotional headlines and media spectacle, the monarchy now appears focused on something much larger: the long-term restructuring of royal boundaries in a digital celebrity age where global attention itself has become currency. At the same time, Meghan Markle continues facing enormous pressure from both critics and supporters across the world. Supporters of Meghan Markle argue that the Duchess of Sussex challenged outdated royal expectations and attempted to create independence outside institutional control. Critics, however, continue questioning whether true independence is possible when royal identity remains central to global branding, media relevance, and commercial value. That contradiction remains one of the defining tensions surrounding Meghan Markle's public image today. And according to several entertainment insiders, Hollywood itself may now be watching carefully to determine whether the Sussex brand can evolve beyond constant association with royal conflict. Because if public fascination surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continues revolving primarily around Buckingham Palace tensions rather than independent achievements, the long-term sustainability of the entire Sussex media strategy could become increasingly fragile. Meanwhile, Prince Harry's personal trajectory may be entering its most emotionally complicated phase yet. Royal commentators continue noticing subtle but important shifts surrounding Prince Harry's recent appearances, charitable focus, and public positioning. The Duke of Sussex once represented one of the monarchy's most relatable and widely admired figures long before California. Documentaries, memoirs, and institutional warfare transformed public perception globally. Some royal observers believe Prince Harry may now feel torn between two incompatible realities: loyalty to Meghan Markle and the life Prince Harry built after leaving the royal family, while simultaneously struggling with the emotional cost of losing proximity to Prince William, King Charles III, and the institutional purpose that defined Prince Harry since childhood. And if that emotional conflict continues deepening privately, the future direction of the Sussex story could become even more unpredictable moving forward. At the center of all of this stands Catherine, Princess of Wales, whose public role inside the monarchy has arguably become more important than ever before. During one of the most unstable periods in modern royal history, Kate Middleton continues representing continuity, restraint, composure, and future monarchy stability beside Prince William. Royal insiders often suggest that Catherine, Princess of Wales, has quietly become one of the institution's greatest strategic strengths because the Princess of Wales projects calm consistency during moments when royal headlines elsewhere spiral into conflict and speculation. That contrast between Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Meghan Markle has gradually evolved into a defining symbolic divide within public consciousness. One path representing institutional continuity and the other representing independence from traditional royal structures. And whether viewers support Prince William and Kate Middleton or sympathize more deeply with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, there is no denying that the monarchy is now being shaped by two radically different visions of what modern royalty should actually look like. But perhaps the most revealing detail in this entire royal saga is the silence itself. Buckingham Palace rarely responds aggressively. Prince William rarely publicly escalates tensions directly. King Charles III continues projecting restraint despite endless speculation surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And according to royal commentators, that silence may not represent weakness at all. Instead, it may represent confidence that institutions survive longer than controversies do. Because while media storms dominate headlines temporarily, monarchies historically survive through patience, endurance, and controlled adaptation across generations. The royal family may now believe the most effective strategy is not defeating Prince Harry and Meghan Markle publicly, but simply allowing time, public fatigue, and institutional permanence to reshape the narrative naturally. Still, one enormous question remains unresolved, and it may ultimately define how history remembers this entire chapter forever. Will Prince Harry and Prince William ever truly repair their relationship before the next generation of royal leadership fully arrives? Or has too much damage already accumulated between the brothers for genuine reconciliation to happen again? Because beneath every controversy involving Meghan Markle, Buckingham Palace, royal titles, documentaries, interviews, and succession debates lies the emotional reality of two brothers who once appeared inseparable, standing on opposite sides of one of the most public family fractures in modern history. And as the monarchy moves closer toward the inevitable transition into Prince William's future reign, that emotional divide may become even harder to reverse. The next chapter of this royal story could change everything viewers think they understand about Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Prince William, King Charles III, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the future of the monarchy itself. So if you enjoyed this deep royal analysis and want more high-retention coverage of Buckingham Palace, royal family tensions, succession drama, palace insider reports, and the evolving future of the House of Windsor, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay connected for the next royal update. Because this story is far from over, and what happens next may become one of the defining royal turning points of an entire generation.